What's up, guys? Welcome back to Forex Focus. Today we're going to be talking about Forex spreads, what they are, how to calculate them, and why they're essential to your Forex trading game. So what even is a spread in Forex? So a spread is the small cost that is built into the buy and the sell price of every currency pair trade that you make in Forex. They're measured by small price movements called pips, and those are what determine the trade cost. So before we even get into this, it's important to give a little background on how currencies are quoted. Currencies are quoted in pairs, and these indicate the value of one currency relative to the other. An example of this would be the euro and US dollar pair. If it's quoted at 1.15, it means that 1 euro equals 1.15 US dollars. So how do we calculate spreads? To calculate a spread, you're going to subtract the bid price from the ask price. The more pips that are derived from the above calculation, the wider that the spread is. And traders tend to favor tighter spreads because this is the primary cost to enter and exit a trade. An example of this would be the British pound and the US dollar. In this instance, the British pound is the base and the US dollar is the quote currency. When we subtract the bid price from the ask price, we are left with 2 pips, and that is what determines your cost. So how are spreads quoted? And we'll go into a little more on what pips even are. Forex spreads are quoted in pips, which stand for percentage in point, and they denote the tick size for Forex pairs. Often a pip is the 4th decimal place in a quoted price, except for a few exceptions, one being this example below with the dollar-yen, which only has 2 decimal points. However, the same rule for pips applies. So to look at the euro and US dollar currency pair here with the bid price at 1.1 and the ask price at 1.1003, you'll see that the spread is 3 pips. As for the dollar and yen pair, you'll see that the bid price is 110.1 and the ask price is 110.13 with the spread being 3 pips. And finally, for the British pound US dollar pair, the bid price at 1.305 and the ask price at 1.3054, you'll see that the spread is 4 pips. So why do spreads change and why aren't they just consistent all the time? The spread in Forex changes when the difference between the buy and the sell price of a currency pair changes. Spreads can increase when there are changes in volatility or liquidity within a pair. An example of some things that may drive these changes could be an election or any type of market volatility or interest rate decisions, among other things. So what is a good Forex spread? A good Forex spread is typically tight, and it means the difference between the bid and the ask price is relatively small. An example could be for major currency pairs like euro and US dollar, a spread of 1 to 3 pips is generally considered good. You'll also see traders tend to gravitate towards major pairs more, partially because the spreads tend to remain relatively stable and tight. An example of what a wide spread versus a tight spread would be, I have right here for you guys. So for the US dollar and South African rand currency pair, you'll see that the spread in this instance is 90, and that's universally considered a very wide spread. For the pair on the left, for the euro and the US dollar, you'll see the spread is around 0.6, and that yields a tight spread. So some key takeaways from our lessons on spreads today would be that a spread is the small cost that is associated when you trade Forex, and they're the difference between the bid and the ask prices of a currency pair measured in pips, and they change when the difference between the buy and the sell price of a currency pair changes. We hope you took something good away from this lesson on spreads today.